Well, all roads lead here. Round 24 out of 24 here at Abu Dhabi, the Yas Queen Marina circuit. This is Contest of Speed for one final time in Season 8. Coming to you live. I am Kid and Petter. That is Andy Wu. How do you do?
I do good. I'm doing great. We're here on the wonderful island right outside of Abu Dhabi. Where I think they held some WrestleMania tournament. I don't know.
No, the UFC made a Fight Island on Yes Island here.
Okay, so yeah, it was real fighting. There you go.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see an all-out brawl today, though. Here in AM2. Got 19 guys. Got a couple people with their season debuts, at least in AM2. We know Blades, though, who is already retired from this session due to contact with the wall at a high enough velocity to knock a wheel off. But yeah, we got... Oh, and DK did the same thing. How is he still alive?
Arkaka has lost it in between the two final corners here. We've seen a lot of that so far if you watched the EU4 race yesterday.
And DK died through the Nicholas Latifi corner. He hit the inside wall, though.
DK's teammate ZX just went fastest.
Man, they really kind of interrupted my introduction there, but you know, I was already done anyways. I expect to see a lot of that, though. Well, looking at hashtag cost bets. What did you put the over-under at safety cars for?
Let's go 1.5.
I think I'm gonna smash the over there.
35.9. Yeah, this track is slippery when dry. Sandblasted here. Electric blade with a really good 36.4 on those medium tires.
Yeah, I think
stuff.
the mediums are probably the best tire to be on, especially through the course of a race.
Racing fan had a mistake at some point. Who is the future, pushing P across the line into P4. It is what is the second or third race, I believe, reserving this season. He'll be full-time in Season 8, hopefully.
Yep, I think all the reserves, we had a lot of people call out of this race. Usually people that have already won championships or you know, pretty much solidified in their position. Both championships, of course, wrapped up in AM2, drivers and constructors.
Yeah, Mitch Burns, he's been the champion for since round 21, officially, I think. So it's been over for a little while. It was over before that, to be honest. Vami went on vacation in the middle of the season, and Mitch had just built a humongous lead.
Yeah, well, one thing, Mitch did throw away his perfect attendance record by missing today.
Wow.
Today is the first race he has missed. He has done 23 consecutive Grand Prix. But yeah, you know, once you're the champion, you know, you already... What more is there to do?
Yeah, what a dork. He's got to take care of his kids and stuff. Motor, a late addition to this lobby. Haven't seen him in AM2 in a few weeks. He is officially the AlphaTauri test and reserve driver. Well, he doesn't do much testing. We know that for sure.
Probably AM3, I guess contender. Dropping out of AM2 because of his fifth year.
Dropping out. Shelly just dropped his rear wheels on top of that tire barrier. Or, I guess it's not a tire barrier, it's Tech Pro.
Wait, he was on top of the wall?
Yeah, whenever he hit the wall, I don't know how his suspension is still in one piece, but his car went up in the air. And it glitched on top of the Tech Pro and then came back down to the ground.
Huh.
So, durable AlphaTauri for Shelly, the Turtle Man. Unfortunately, this medium lap is null and void. DK Nortec, the third favorite in hashtag cost bets tonight, and we just jinxed him.
Man, that is twice now. That is
boy,
twice
how
now
are these guys? What kind of wings is... He's running 1-1 wings, looks like. Not ideal for the only man on the grid who has actual driving experience on this circuit. Of course, DK was stationed in the UAE for a little bit last year and did a track day with an Audi R8 around this very circuit. That experience is not showing through right now, though. Two hot laps.
An Audi R8 is a lot different from a Aston Martin Formula One car. I guess he's used to driving without the downforce. So that's why he keeps taking his wing off before each lap.
Could be it, yeah. But that is not advised for open wheel formula cars such as these. Secure the perks across the line. P10 on those mediums. Big range of time so far. Obviously, Elliot's still the only one to crack into the top. Into the 35s. Would expect that to come down as these guys go on, but alas, haven't seen it yet. Arcaka on a hot lap. Hopefully, oh, never mind. He is invalidated. This DK still struggling, I think, without that front wing as well. ZX has started a fast lap. So right along with him as he navigates turns 3, 4. 5, 6, and 7. Really the most needless 4 corners you could possibly imagine, which is why they got rid of it in real life. Of course, Codemasters doing the great job they have. Even with about 7 months' notice, they did not actually change this circuit past or into 2021 spec.
Yeah, I mean, you expect greatness from Codemasters, and they constantly deliver. This is the greatest racing game on the planet, and has no competition at all. Unmatched in its uncanny ability to depict the 2021 Formula 1 season.
Okay, wait, are you going somewhere for 2 minutes? I'm confused.
Racing Fan and Harrisplex. I think Racing Fan wrecked or something, and Harrisplex got a grid penalty.
Oh. We missed that because you're telling me to look at my phone, which is kind of difficult.
I'm sorry. I have to.
The stream.
Give me like 2 minutes.
The stream is on my phone, so I can't. I'm not looking at push notifications. Go do whatever you want. I'll fill time.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. As I was saying, Gru is heading across the line up into P2. P2 Gru. Look at that. I don't think that's going to stick, but a good moment for him nonetheless. Vamu says, cost bets, VTEC plus 1,000. You don't have to worry about that, Vamu. It is actually, he's in the field. That's plus 1,800. So, there you go. Also, Vamu, you won last week. This is your 3rd win of the season. Not showing up this week, though. But it should be a very wide open race here in Abu Dhabi. As go right along with current provisional pole sitter Elliot 24. He had to retire last week because his internet, quite frankly, I'm not sure how he was able to join. His internet was so bad. He was lagging all over the place in Saudi Arabia. It's up on the curbs there. Loses it just a bit. Very tough 3rd gear sector in the final sector. Lots of 3rd gear corners. He's just going to call it on that. Probably was going to improve his time. Spin a fair amount sideways. Have a gander here. See if anybody's coming to the line. I believe it is a green car. DK starting a lap. Shelly started a lap. Game Boy's on a lap, entering the 3rd sector pretty soon. So, the other part of the track that Codemasters did not update, which is also a very annoying thing. Ramu asked to put the commentator's curse on Electric Blade. Electric Blade is sitting in pretty good position right now, P3 on those medium tires. He's not even coming out. I think he's comfortable starting on those mediums and going for a one-stop, probably medium to hard.
Okay, sorry about that. Oh, God. Did I miss anything important?
Nah, not particularly.
Elliot's fastest, I see.
Yeah, he has been.
Okay.
He just muffed his last attempt. Just talking about how he was lagging a little bit last week.
A little bit. Yeah, that's an understatement.
Got the first forced retirement of the season. As Elite, he moved up to P4 there. Shelley also up into P3. Good lap from Shelley. Shelley the Turds.
I've been on board with DK here. I think he's finally gonna complete a lap, but I don't think it's gonna be particularly good. Oh no, just kidding.
Yeah, that's
P2.
pretty solid. It's pretty solid. A 36-1 though. That is considerably off the pace from the EU tiers. These guys are going a lot slower than I was anticipating.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like his third sector looked a little raggedy, to say the least. But I don't think anyone's really put a good lap together. Even with Elliott in first, I don't think that's a good lap from him.
No, it's still
knowing where these guys' pace is at.
Yeah, it's usually between EU3 and EU4 pole times, but right now it's about 6/10 off of EU4 pole time. I guess most of these guys are going to have another run to get to. Move it up, and pardon me if I'm distracted during the race tonight. I'm also watching the Illinois-Purdue game.
No, that's not an important game at all between the best team in the Big Ten and Illinois.
Well, definitely, Illinois is leading the Big Ten right now, and they are beating Purdue 12-6.
Oh, wow, ooh, man.
Looking for someone to start a flyer. It's going to be the provisional pole sitter, Elwat 24. Looking to improve on that 25.9. Shelley actually did another hot lap off that first one. Did a 35.9. So he's up in the P2. Jumped in the 35s, but I gotta be honest, I thought most of the field would be in the 35s. This is... Perhaps there's some weather conditions, or perhaps these guys just don't really care. As we mentioned earlier, everything's settled. They're only out here for pride, and because they'd probably get in trouble if we didn't have enough for a broadcast for the final race. Elliott traversing turns 8 and 9. Around turn 10. Looks like he's got...
He was purple. He improved on his first sector. He's two tenths up on his second. I think he's starting to get down. It depends on how good he traverses this tricky third sector here, but I think he's going to move his way down to the low 35s here at this lap. Elliott,
winner of 2 races this year. Had to step into a reserve role following. Whoa. Oof. Did the same thing on his last hot lap, but I think this one's a little bit steadier. Coming across the line now, and he sets a 35.4, a bit more impressive. ZX right behind him at 35.8. ZX is still looking for a breakthrough result this season. He's had some consistent races, but handful of issues.
We got another collision between Secure the Perks and Spectre. Not sure what happened there. Secure the Perks has lost his front wing.
Yeah, there's no front wing on that car, and I think Spectre is going right now.
Yeah, he's getting ready to start the lap.
I think Spectre might have been slowing down for his hot lap, and then perhaps got tagged in the rear. Spectre did mention this is his first league race of any kind, so hopefully he's getting with the program. Experience overcomes all. Motor in P10. The timer has run out here. He is bailing on this lap. So that means Spectre is the only one on track. No pressure. I believe he is... actually Electric just came across the
I
line.
think
35.491 P2 for the Cosbet's favorite electric blade.
Yeah, I'm surprised he, I guess he really had to move up the grid on his medium lap. I think he would have been, what, P8? Something like that on the mediums? Which would have been an interesting strategy choice, but I think track position is key around here. Not that it's hard to pass, but the field spread usually is quite large through the third sector.
Alright, Spectre around the final sector. Haven't really been checking his times, to be honest. A little cautious, but he's going to go for it anyways. And, oh, a little bit of oversteer perhaps. That's going to be P15 for him. Big field spread. Big old field spread here. Biggest one I think we've seen all season. But Elliott does secure the pole with electric blade right behind. ZX and P3, I intentionally left him off of Cosbets because last time I put him on there he crashed. And he blamed it on me.
So is he just going to be a part of the field permanently then?
No. You know, next season I'm coming back with a vengeance. But Fatal also missed him going P5, so lap from Goodfoot Hall.
Ooh, do you see Fatal's helmet?
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
Oh man, it does not match the car at all, but that is an awesome looking helmet.
It's a Miami Dolphins tribute helmet from Fatal tonight. Elliott again takes pole. Electric Blade in P2, ZX third, Shelley fourth, Fatal fifth, DK sixth, Gru seventh. Good qualifying from Gru. Elite in eighth. The Future reserving. He's in P9, and Motor will fill out the grid. All those guys on softs, by the way. 19 drivers. No time was set by Pure Blades. He crashed, but not before Clay Funk could retire from the session and claim his dominance over VTech in the final race of Season 8. So, I'll ask you for some predictions, perhaps, later. But in terms of strategy around here, there's a lot of different things I think we're going to see going on. I also think there's a pretty high chance of some safety cars which will meddle with everything. But if you go straight green, this is probably a two-stop, a soft, medium, medium, or a soft, medium, soft. Depending
or just
on
a one-stop soft medium, you know.
Well, if anyone can get that kind of mileage out of their tire, I don't think.
I don't think we're going to be able to get a full green run. I am 100% expecting at least one safety car. Especially, I mean, with all the crashes we saw in qualifying, I definitely think we're going to get at least one safety car.
Well, that wasn't the question. I was saying, okay?
Sorry.
There's probably a two-stop, and that there's probably a one-stop, medium to hard, for the guys outside of the top 10. Are you open your ears?
Well, no, because the hards are terrible, and you shouldn't put them on.
God.
You know,
24 races of this.
why don't you just call the race, huh?
Why don't you? I'd much rather sit here and watch my alma mater, who's ranked 13th in the country, play basketball against Purdue. Anyways, it's time for the formation. Shut the tires. Pull those up one last time for Season 8. Here in Contest of Speeds, AM2 division. Soon to be the intermediate tier between all three. Elliott starts on pole on those soft tires. He'll be looking for his third win of the season. Followed by a man who has 3 wins already this season, Electric Blade. And coming off another podium last week, he has cemented himself as number 2 in this championship this season. ZX in P3, that's his best starting spot of the year. Shelly the Turtle in P4. Hasn't been able to recapture that magic that he had in Portugal, where he ran out of fuel on the final lap. He was about to win. Not to bring up bad memories. Oh, as he actually spins on the formation lap. Fatal.
Happens to the best of us.
Fatal in P5 looking for another podium. He had 3 early in the season, then took a bit of a siesta. He's back now in a pretty good spot there in P5. DK, again, the only man who has driven this track IRL in P6. Grew with one of his best quality performances of the year in P7. Elite Game Boy kind of buried down in the pack in P8, but he has been qualifying there and making his way out through the field here in the final part of the season. The future reserving in that Alpine for the champion Mitch Burns, doing an admirable job in P9. Motor with no practice, not like he practices anyways, is able to stick it in P10. VTech actually qualifying for once. He'll be starting on the mediums in P11. Look out for him. He's in a pretty tight fight right now in the championship with Racing Fan. Arkaka on the softs in P12. Spectre in his first league race will be starting on the softs. Villeneuve on the hards. We've seen him do this before. I don't know if it's the right call. Harris Plex reserving in P15. Racing Fan in 16th. Secure the Perks in 17th. Pure Blades in 18th. And Clay will be rounding out the field. All of those last 5 guys will be on the mediums. But that'll be the race. Any predictions real quick before we get started?
Other than Chaos, I think Elliott holds on to pole, takes the win. Electric Blade, I think he takes P2 in the championship. Getting a podium here. I think Elite Game Boy rounds out our podium.
Interesting decisions being made. The drama is rising. Hopefully we get a little bit less farcical of a race than we did last in real life in last season. It looks like Electric gets a pretty decent getaway there, but not quite. Oh, it is a little bit better than Elliott. Let's see if he sticks it up the inside, runs him a little bit wide. These guys look pretty clean through the field. Seems spread out, but that turn 1 is very tricky.
We got wings flying somewhere. Oh boy.
What was that? Is that Spectre, perhaps?
I think it was Villeneuve lost some wing. Other than that, I think the rest of these guys are flying in single file.
And it got a little messy at the back, but Elliott was able to hold on to the lead. Now down this long kilometer. I think it's a full kilometer back straight. Elliott is going to do his best to break the toe, and I think ZX is going to use it to try to get a little bit of ground.
Oh boy!
On Electric. Whoa.
The Game Boy forcing Motor into a mistake who just absolutely power drives Grew there. Oh boy, the 3 wide. Oh, the McLaren might be able to get all 3 of them here.
They're going to go 4 wide. Arkaka, he's had a couple of good races to close out the season.
3 wide.
Oh, oh Arkaka just...
Arkaka chooses life.
Oh, who is that? Is that Villeneuve?
That was Villeneuve with a double lockup. You can see his tire marks there. Oh man, they were playing bumper cars back here.
Yeah, this stuff is quite frantic in the back of the field. Look at this. This is some good old-fashioned pack racing.
Oh my goodness.
Man,
what is going on?
Just one driver after another trying to get a run on the guy in front of him. About 6 cars deep here. Harris Plex and Racing Fan getting tight. Oh, Arkaka almost loses it where he lost it in qualifying. Where we saw Jack Hockey lose it.
Clay spun. Yeah, he did break his wing there. Grew is pitting, so he was one of the other guys who got wing damage. But those are the only 2 that hit on the opening lap.
Shelly's around.
Oh boy. Yep, Shelly.
Shelly's around.
Through the high-speed S's there.
Turn 3. Looks like
we saw him do it in qualifying.
Yeah, I think Shelly might have climbed that curb.
His wing's still okay though.
Yeah,
so.
I think he was able to lock it down. Well, lock it down, but he was able to stop in that vast concrete runoff area. But he's all the way down in P7. Back up front, Arkaka in the future going side by side for P8.
It's a drag race. He was later on the brakes. Arkaka.
Yeah, broke himself. That's how late he was. Yep. See if Future gets underneath him here. He's gonna have the run. That's Clay Funk retiring in the pits.
No, that was out of the pits.
Oh, that's out of the pits.
That was coming back onto the track. The curves are deadly around there.
That is not what you want to see in the final race of the season, Clay. Well, my apologies, but he will start. Or well, he will finish where he started. That was P19. this evening. Arcock and
Surprised
Racing
no
Fan.
safety car from that, but Racing Fan was also able to join Arcock in passing the Future down before we got into the third sector.
Yeah, let me
I think
pull
Future
something
might
up.
be struggling. I don't know if it's understeer or if he has a little bit of wing damage, but he is really struggling through this third sector here, just running wide everywhere. Oh, Harris Flex almost dies.
Oh my God,
Secure the
looking
perks,
for
diving
this.
into the pits around him.
Boy.
Oh my goodness.
Well, his biggest winner of the race so far has been Racing Fan, as there is, who is that?
Oh man, we got two guys up front around Electric and DK. Or yeah, Electric and DK have both wrecked through the high-speed S's. Oh boy, we
DK
got
down in
Harris
10.
around.
I don't think there was any like contact there. They were pretty far apart. That's gonna put ZX into P2. Is that Elite makes the move on Motor with DRS now enabled? Motor was a sitting duck, so Elite up into P4 already. I'm starting P8. Oh, Arcock is going to get Motor as well. Motor's just losing positions hand over fist. Look at Racing Fan. He's going to be going for P5. He started, what, 16th? 3 laps.
Yeah, Racing Fan is in 5th. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, on those medium tires as well, he's up 11 spots through 3 laps. Pretty.
Pulling the ultimate Bama strategy here. We've seen him do that a lot in EU3.
If he really wanted to use the Bama strategy, he'd probably need a couple of safety cars to get him back in position as well.
He is running down Elite Game Boy though. Seems to be
Motor
struggling a little bit.
Motor hops into the pits. Looks like he just about missed that though. Things are calming down a little bit here. But as it stands right now, Elliott leads by 3.5 seconds over Bad Fast ZX. Looking for his first podium in a couple of years in league racing. And then Fatal right behind him.
Oh, that's DK around again. Same spot.
Dude, I'm gotta have. Some of these guys might have been getting a little complacent with the rear wings in time trial.
Yeah, because I can't get away with anything lower than 9.
Yeah, you need at least a 9 to get around that in full fuel and wearing tires.
Racing Fan though has gotten past Elite Game Boy here for P4.
Yeah,
up
this is
12 spots.
Shelly is just gonna seppuku himself in the pits, calling it a day, calling it a year. And as he said in the chat, in qualifying, I hate Abu Dhabi.
Same Shelly. A terrible track.
What's that Kimi
Absolutely
Räikkönen quote? The first few corners are nice, but the rest is a bad word, which we don't say on these broadcasts. But yeah, nice little battle pack format for P4 right now. Racing Fan, very imperative. Always kind of baffled me why there isn't a DRS straight on this main straightaway. It's short, but they're shorter with DRS. Puts a lot of onus on that final exit that you get. It's very easy to get oversteer, but if you nail that, that is your best chance of shaking anyone in DRS behind you. Of getting it is. Doesn't look like he's going to break it completely. Ooh, maybe. 1 second. So fair play to Racing Fan there. These softs are probably a little bit past their prime, and those mediums are going to come into their element. They're starting on lap 5.
Yeah, Racing Fan, I don't want to say he's in the best position here because Elliott is 4 seconds in front of second place ZX and another 3 seconds ahead of Fatal. But Racing Fan on those mediums is absolutely flying.
Yeah, we'll have to monitor.
Whoa, shape.
his progression compared to the top three. It's 2.7 seconds now, 2.6. With Fatal up the road, his elite Game Boy gets real loose around turn. God, there's so many turns.
Motor with no practice has died for the second consecutive lap, I think. So AlphaTauri will not be adding to their points total.
Yeah, that will be last place for AlphaTauri.
Yep.
Motor did do a good job sticking that thing in.
Podiums.
Well, I'm not talking about the season. Yeah, he did get 2 podiums, but he did a really good job getting that in P10. We saw him send us stupid Snapchats of himself driving his little Jetta like 85 miles an hour down the highway on the way home in order to make this race. So I guess he got a little bit of practice in that way.
Yeah.
But
gotta respect the effort.
Yeah. At least he tried. Electric Blade he has a front row seat to this battle. He's trying to make his way up front, but Arcock gets elite Game Boy, who's really struggling on those tires. I've been seeing him sliding all over the place, and now
Game Boy is struggling.
he is struggling on those softs, and Electric's going to get by very easily. I would expect him to get past Arcock pretty quickly as well.
Oh, if Electric would have burned some ERS there, I think he would have got past both of them. But he chose to save his 17% ERS and wait another lap. I think he has the pace to go compete for a podium, as I stated earlier in the broadcast, but that spin definitely didn't help.
Yeah, it definitely didn't, but I mean, he's obviously in a much better spot right now than DK, who also did the same thing. He is chasing down Arcock, and no offense to Arcock, but I think he has the pace advantage. I would expect him to get this move done probably in the next DRS zone. This really does help out Elite, though, if he can stay in DRS for one more lap and keep Pure Blades behind him, who's quietly having a good race. A late addition, his first race on the AM side this season. I think he had a couple last year.
Yep.
But,
doing much better than he did in qualifying.
I think he was just trying to play pro clubs and then realized that we were also we had a race to commentate. So he was like, you know what, I'll show up. I'll do the race. Real Iron Man stuff from Pure Blades. As this will be a very straightforward overtake for one Electric Blade. 93 on Arcock into turn 8. He's going to seal off turn 9. And he is, honestly, he didn't really drop Arcock like I thought he would. Arcock is going to come back here.
I think Arcock is going to get him back here.
Yeah, he's going to get him back, and this is not what Electric Blade wants. They've got this little carrot dangling out in front. Racing Fan has not been able to get quite as far away as I thought he might. There in P4. Still a 2-second gap. But that's what these guys are chasing right now. And as we've seen, very easy to pick up time penalties, although we haven't really seen a ton of them this week on the EU side.
Yeah, the EU guys were very clean on penalties, even though they did have, I think, 6 safety cars across their 2 races so far. But hardly any penalties. Electric, instead of fighting, choosing the strategy option, going for an undercut here.
I'm gonna assume probably a 2-stop, maybe another set of softs for Blade here. Nope, those were. Wait, no, that was
mediums for Elite, and mediums for Electric as well.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a soft, medium, soft if we stay green for these guys. Yeah, but these mediums for Racing Fan, I'm not sure how long they're gonna last. Probably around 15 laps. At that point, he's gonna have a decision to make if he wants to throw on the softs, go for the win, or if he wants to throw on the old hards and maybe settle for a podium.
Man, both of those guys that just picked came back right in the middle of this battle for about P10 or P9 to P15, P14. Oh man, we got wings and bollards going everywhere.
The Spectre got way out of shape there. He's gonna hop on the back of this train. Probably advised in his first race. Spectre, I believe, probably the only Romanian driver in the field.
He's actually Ukrainian, but he speaks Romanian.
Oh, he's Ukrainian.
Yep.
Well,
Very, very odd combination.
T's and P's. T's and P's.
Yep.
I think Elite is going to get that move done on Gru. Gru's kind of steadily falling back after that early damage.
Got Elliott in the pits as well.
Let's see where he comes out.
ZX stays out though. Fatal dives in.
See what Elliott's going for here. But there is a variation of strategies here. You could go one stop. Obviously the hards aren't great, but if looking for a very conservative race, they will get you to the end, no problem. Elliott does go with the mediums as we go around this incredible, what do you even call it? Underground pit exit. One of the only pit exits where you can really actually gain maybe a tenth. Depending on how hard you want to push it. Luckily for Elliott, he comes out in P5 right behind VTech. So he is well clear. Fatal has to navigate through the future as well, who's on 8-lap load softs. Shelly says cheers to next season. Motor says I'll gladly take my 2 podiums and call it a year. Alright, fair enough, fair play.
Shout out to AlphaTauri. Alright, they're like the Haas of our AM2 season.
Yeah,
just
they
full development in the next season.
79 points all year for a mixture of drivers at AlphaTauri.
But if you take the 2 podiums out of it, man, that's maybe 30 points as a team.
Yeah, it would be
not great.
Alita's gotten through the older traffic here. He's in P9, trying to stay attached to Electric Blade, but looks like he is actually checked out. He's got Fatal as teammate. Looks like he's actually gained quite a bit on Fatal. Less than 2 seconds now. I think Fatal might be obliged to give him the position if it comes down to that. On the same strategy, it looks like.
ZX has dove into the pits, and I think he's going for a new set of softs. He has.
Yep, everyone is zigging, so it looks like ZX is going to zag. Throw on another set of softs, and then put the mediums on to close this race out. Good first step from ZX. He's going to come out in P5. He'll be making up a lot of places, and wouldn't be surprised on that first lap after the out lap here. If he pumps in a fastest lap.
But I think he's just going to try to get himself back up to Elliott. He's about more than that, about 6 seconds back from Elliott. And I think he's just looking to claw that gap back and try to give him a shot at least at winning this race if it does go green for the rest of the way.
Indeed.
It's going to be interesting. I wonder if these Haas boys are going to try to get a little DRS. Maybe not a train because it's only a 2 of them, but kind of slingshot around each other to try to catch up to ZX. Because I think all 3 of those guys are going to be fighting for 2 podium spots. As long as Racing Fan, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx anybody, doesn't bottle it from where he is. He's a really good spot to win this race.
Yeah, he is, but he's losing about half a second, over half a second a lap. Probably close to a second a lap to Elliott on those fresh mediums. But obviously he is not racing him exactly. Gru has gone around. Yeah, it turns 17. Yeah, 17. That's 17.
Yeah, this is just like Joe. There's too many corners. I can't keep track of all the numbers.
Yeah, unfortunately for Gru, he was having a really looked very promising from the get-go, but the race has just continuously gone downhill. I wonder if he has some side pod damage or something, maybe some floor damage that's affecting him.
I could have checked out the test.
His pace has just absolutely disappeared. Scrolling through
no damage outside of minor front wing damage for blades in P3. And it's probably so minor that he hasn't even noticed.
Well, I'm scrolling through the field here, and it's actually starting to look a bit like an
Real life
actual,
Abu Dhabi race.
an actual Abu Dhabi race. Everybody is very spread out. Only real action is for P14 with Guru and Villeneuve, and then right here, whoa, is VTEC.
VTEC running ZX off the
Yeah,
road.
that is a bit naughty from VTEC. That made ZX pick up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, that would be removed, of course. As long as ZX doesn't get another warning throughout the course of this race,
Yeah.
which...
To be fair, I mean, he probably
that's
would
his
have
6th second. Penalties too, so...
Yeah, he has 3 seconds, so that's something he's going to be contending with the rest of the way here.
Oh man, Blades almost ate it there. It looked like out of Latifi corner. I think he was millimeters away from hitting that inside wall.
No, to be honest, I'd rather eat the wall than eat beans on toast. So that's a start from Blades.
Valid point.
Looks like VTEC is in the pits. He's throwing on the soft, so he's doing a reverse. Medium, soft, soft. Which might come in handy for him. VTEC has... Quietly, I don't know, it might just say to his consistency.
I mean, the quietest P7 in the championship I've ever seen.
He's had a very strong season accumulating 7s, 8s, and 9s.
Died in a house fire. Tragic.
TK'd for the 15th time tonight, has lost it through turn 3, and this time it is indeed fatal.
Yep, that Aston Martin could only take so much. Man, he parked up. His car must have spun it directly to the escape road there, because his car looks like it retired perfectly.
Whoa.
Which is why there is no safety car. So now we are actually commentating in an Abu Dhabi race.
Yeah, well here, his teammate currently stuck behind the behind Pure Blades on those 11-lap-old mediums.
And he's doing a Checo Perez right here for
there's
Elliott at the moment.
Yeah, there's nowhere for ZX to get around here. He's going to have to try to force it. Nope. Turn 20, turn 21. He's just going to have to sit behind him. His Blades is absolutely...
I mean, that was the ultimate Sergio Perez right there.
And even though he's only here for tonight, that was very helpful for Elliott, who has gotten the lead up front down to half a second. I would expect a move this lap. Racing fan might be pitting soon.
I mean,
to
look
DK.
at the amount of ERS Elliott has too. 100%.
Back to DK though, been a disappointing season for him. But he is on the pretty long list of championship contenders I would expect next season in AM2, which will be starting shortly. Elliott is going to get that move done, no problemo. Racing fan, best for him probably just to stick in the DRS for another lap or two, and I don't think
he'll get it for this straightaway, and I think Elliott's just going to drive away from here. But one person who is sticking in the DRS though, both the Haas cars flipped around, and now Fatal is getting dragged along by his teammate, and I think they are making inroads there on ZX.
2.5 seconds.
That ZX also has 6 seconds, and both of those boys have no penalties at the moment.
Could be a good day for Haas to solidify their P3 in the championship.
Yeah, do you have the exact points for the, I think, 4-way fight for P3 in the championship?
Yeah, P3, Haas, well, obviously Ferrari has won, Alpine has clinched second. Haas is on 303 in third, Alpha on 293 in fourth, Red Bull 291 in fifth, and Aston in sixth with 284. So those could all
Aston
swap
needed
around.
a really good day to sneak into P3, but unfortunately they did lose one of their drivers, who has decided to take off his helmet. Maybe joining us in the commentary booth for a little interview here. Or maybe as a third commentator.
DK?
Yeah, DK. He did commentate
Yeah,
with us for a season.
Yeah, he commentated on my races with good old Burzdog. Shout out to Burzdog, by the way. Burzdog with his first career podium last week in Saudi Arabia.
celebrating the only way you could with a mini martini bottle and khakis from work in a shower. That sounds like a sex tape.
Check out Tom and Pamela on Hulu.
Well, hello.
Hello, DK. Thank you for your service. Of course. And then welcome to the commentary booth. Trading out the racing suit for a suit and tie. We got a cooler over there in the corner. Take what you want from it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I always have a 30-pack.
Well, first, while you're in here, we are watching an actual Abu Dhabi race, so while we have nothing to watch at the moment, if you can talk us through your race. I think you spun and hit the wall like 4 or 5 times.
I don't understand how most downforce generating cars on the planet cannot take a slight right-hander at full speed ever.
What rear wing did you have, out of curiosity?
9.
No, okay.
Wow.
Well,
okay, so
we might have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, we were speculating that it was a lot lower than that. Might be a ride height thing or something, because I've been running.
I just had no rear end grip,
right.
and I was overheating the rear tires. I was overheating the rear tires somehow, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're definitely on the struggle bus a little bit today.
I'm used to dropping real cars on this track.
Yeah. We were making the joke about how you just wanted to take your front wing off every corner to drive it like a real car with no downforce around here.
Yes.
Yeah, VTEC gets a move done on Arcaga for P7.
With that, you kind of see the two differing strategies at the moment. Arcaga going very conservative, putting the hards on. He's going to the end. VTEC though, going the ultra aggressive, medium, soft.
Yep. And still a possibility at any moment that we will see a safety car. So it isn't set in stone by any means, but we've gotten halfway through this race without one, much to our surprise.
Yeah, two DNFs that crashes didn't bring out a safety car. It's pretty surprising, because normally that does bring out the safety car when you crash coming out turn 3. Just saying, from experience.
Well, your car, it parked up perfectly in between both the little orange spaces in the wall. So you parked up exactly where, like, if someone had an engine failure, would park up. So I think you parked perfectly to not bring out a safety car.
Nice.
Parked it. Shout out to Brian Clausen. Rest in peace.
Oh, Elite Game
there
Boy.
It is. There it is. Speaking into existence.
He hit the wall on the other side of the track.
Yep, that means he caught this bad boy. He caught that.
Threw him stuff. Pure Blades is around too. Oh, his wing.
Whoa.
Front wing's gone.
Whoa.
Same spot.
Whoa.
Might have thrown him off a little bit, but now he has a long drive back to the pits. He completely missed the next chicane.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be a 10-second penalty. But yeah, I mean he's not gonna be able to turn for that without a front wing.
Yeah.
Still no safety car. I thought that would have been a safety car right there with 2 cars spinning. Over under was 13.5 for finishers, by the way. So getting dangerously close to that line.
No, Secure the Perks must have also made a mistake at some point. He has pit again for the what is that, 3rd time?
We saw him. I was watching his battle with was it Blades, I think.
That is his 4th pit stop.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. He's thrown on the mediums. He's gonna need a safety car. Is that
Racing Fan in the pits and ZX as well.
So that is a massive stint from Racing Fan to stretch those mediums. 17 laps here. I mean, ZX is getting off those softs, putting on the mediums.
I can confirm that the Aston Martin boys were 2-stopping it tonight.
Yeah, I think that was the consensus best strategy. It's just a matter of what tire choices you're going with and when. ZX obviously wanting more tire towards the end of this race, with Racing Fan and him pitting at the same time. on two different compounds. I think Racing Fan, you'll see, he'll get that big enough gap to ZX behind him, but come lap 20, 24 maybe, those tires aren't going to be liking him too much.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think
I really...
Fatal's going to go down the inside on his teammate here.
Oh, yep, the Haas boys are working together here, 2-3. Got a big old gap. Oh,
Whoa.
Fatal blows the chicane.
Oh, no. No penalty, though, for Fatal. That's good news. But he's going to be out of DRS, and these guys' slingshot-a-thon is going to be over. It was a very romantic story throughout this entire race.
Another story that's brewing at the moment is fuel. Electric Blade is low on fuel. He does not have enough to make the end. Another person who, without a safety car, I think Electric can save enough fuel. He's only about 0.1 down, but he's not gaining or losing.
Fatal's in the pits.
Oh. Maybe those mediums weren't doing it for him. Hitting the softs.
Yeah, you get the softs now, but he's going to forfeit a few positions.
That's another set of mediums.
Oh, we got blades around. Man, how did he lost it out of the first chicane? No, second chicane, and went all the way to the outside wall and has broke his front wing again.
Hey, probably hopped the curve and looked at the rear tires about to be on.
Yeah, that is an odd. That's odd. Fatal, though, jumping around like I'm on 80, I have ADHD or something. But Fatal jumped up to, or came back out of the pits in P6 on the mediums.
I mean,
that's not bad. Yeah,
it's not terrible, but it's worse than a podium. I wonder if he felt like he flat spotted those tires or something. I don't know why he'd pit for the same exact.
I don't know. I don't hate it because we know VTech he's gonna have to pit again. ZX has a lot of penalties.
It'll be a P4, but that's a lot of time to lose on Racing Fan here.
Yeah, but Racing Fan, we know his tires are gonna they're gonna drop off a cliff before the end of this race. So I think Fatal can definitely work his way back up to the podium. Blades calls it quits in the pits. He may also join us in the commentary booth. Not sure how he's feeling though.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, might as well just get everybody involved. It is the final race of the season, of course. Working lap 19 here at Yas Queen Marina Circuit. Shout out to Beyonce. Bad Fast ZX has put in the fastest lap of the race on those mediums in P4, trying to chase down Racing Fan. Even though with that penalty situation, I don't think it's going to really matter. But it might boost his hopes going into the next season if he can finish on track on the podium, at least.
He was saying there's a chance he can get at least one of those penalties removed, possibly.
Yeah, it just depends on if he picks up any more warnings over the course of this race. We did see his one with VTech. He does go for a move here on Racing Fan. Straightforward DRS, very boring overtake, but job done for the Aston Martin. But yeah, we saw him get squeezed off the track by VTech, picking up his 6th second.
Yeah, it was
that will get removed.
It was a bit of a rude move from VTech, but I think Racing Fan is going to be able to fight back here.
Oh boy.
Yep. Tight stuff, but I think that's going to lock the
Fatal
top
on
two.
VTech. Yeah, Fatal's coming. I think Fatal will end up getting, knock on wood, for my homie Fatal, but I think he'll end up getting both these guys by the end of the race.
That is a bold statement. I mean, ZX, 7.5 seconds up the road.
I think he's going to get him. ZX on penalties, Racing Fan, I don't think his sauce are going to make it to the end.
No.
Well, speaking of things that didn't make it to the end, Pure Blades. How you doing there, pal?
Very interesting segue there.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
It didn't make it one lap in qualifying. Died, turn 3.
Some things, just aren't meant to be.
Yeah, you started at the back though. Made your way back up to the front. started fighting around there with the leaders, and then died again. Turn 3. Lost the wing. Were you thrown off by Elite Game Boy who had actually died?
No. I mean, I had Matt telling me that Elite was out and it should have been a safety car, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt did some good sabermetrics. I was gonna mention it, but I didn't notice it until DK joined. You held up ZX for 1.8 seconds in the third sector.
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate Sergio Perez there. Oh, ZX and Racing Fan are going at it.
Yeah, they are really...
Oh, boy.
Hitting it here.
ZX,
oh, good Lord. Racing Fan is lucky that he kept that front wing on.
I mean, I hope it's not all for nothing. I did try.
I mean, Elliott has got a absolute death grip on this race right now.
Yeah, I don't think he even really had to try.
You know, I was gonna box, and then Matt was sort of telling me, you know, split the strategy, soft, and yeah, you know, be all right. And then I saw an Aston Martin appear in my mirrors. I thought, well, this is my chance. This is my chance. And
yeah, that was your screen time for the race. Congratulations on that.
You know, I think I've always been alright at defending, so I think I did an okay job.
Did you go to the Mark Webber Defensive Driving School?
Absolutely.
No, was that
absolutely
all the time?
Oh man, well with VTech Pitting there, we have 2 cars within 5 seconds of each other. We're 2 different groups of 2 cars within 5 seconds of each other.
Whoever said Abu Dhabi was boring.
Yeah, absolutely nobody. One of those, however, is for a podium.
Yeah, and I'd just like to interject, because
go for it.
Racing Fan's going to look to go for it.
Yeah.
Going to look to send it.
Well, and with these guys battling, which I expected to happen, Fatal not quite making the inroads that I expected, but is gaining a little bit here and there, which is all you need when you're trying to get a podium to round out a season.
Also to note, I mean, these guys are absolutely burning through their ERS, racing each other. Fatal, on the other hand, has about 4 times as much actually, as those two. So he does have it to burn, but he's got 6 laps to make up. Well, actually, I guess 7 laps, but he has 6 seconds to make up here. As we get the beautiful helicopter shot around turns 20 and 21 here at the Yas Queen Marina circuit.
Racing Fan's tires aren't going away as much as I would have expected looking at our task system. ZX and Racing Fan's tires are pretty much identical, but we know ZX does have the 6 seconds in penalties, so Fatal is at least making up 1 spot at the moment.
Yeah, it is in...
Racing Fan!
Held on to that one.
Yeah, I don't think his tires are being...
conceded the DRS.
Some bad shape for these tires.
He's still within that the DRS range, just barely.
He
depends
on
all this chicane here.
9/10.
Oh, he got it.
Yeah, I think he got it. There you go. All right. Well, he survived. But this is about the crossover point, I believe, where the mediums will probably be the better tire.
Yeah, I mean, even though his softs are only at 20%, they don't look too good.
He completely ran out of ERS down the straight as well.
Yeah, but he pushed that button. He knew he needed DRS, or his chance at a podium was gone. But that was another second that they just threw away to Fatal there.
Yep, Fatal is lurking in the distance. 1 second from this time last lap.
And person I'm worried about at the moment, Electric Blade, his tires are pushing 50% at the moment. He has 5-6 laps to go. So I don't know if he's just gonna back everything down, but he is losing a lot of time to the guys behind him.
Yeah, We saw him do this in
Are you telling
Spain.
me?
He could also be saving fuel too. 'Cause he was under fuel
Yeah, he
earlier.
was running out. Running out of fuel, running out of tires. One thing we're not running out of, push light.
That's
Context,
true.
at least.
We're one hearty swig away from hitting the over, folks. That was set in the Discord.
Bush Light, proud sponsor of the Bush Light Clash at the Coliseum. What?
Did you enjoy that, DK? I thought it was kind of cool.
I thought it was a pretty interesting, pretty unique, something different.
Yeah,
It was something different, but
I thought it would be a lot
It
dumber
was
than it
certainly
was.
something different.
it was something different. But I don't know if I quite enjoyed it or not.
I think the main the main event is getting them up to the hype, but the LCQs that last
Yeah, I mean the heat races were pretty good. I think if they would have split the race up into 3 segments, kind of like they do with the All-Star race, and kind of put some meaning behind the each 50 lap segment or whatever they wanted to do, and then kind of have a 20 lap shootout. I think that would have went over much better, because restarts are chaos and fans love chaos.
Yeah, we love NASCAR here. As on track, the future is pushing Arcaka.
Yeah, we were
someone-
kind of in a completely different spot talking about things, but I was on board with the future. He had the wildest save I've ever seen in my entire life coming out of the chicane on the first DRS straightaway. He was, the wall where Blades finally, it broke his wing for the second time and died.
Third time.
Third time, he was real close to hitting that thing. That was well held from the future, and that it might be able to, well, pending penalties, of course. He is still fighting for some decent points here.
Well, I've got I'll tell you one dark horse for next year. I think the future's been really impressive in the 4 or 5 reserve races. Very clean. He's been staying out of trouble. I think he could be a guy, maybe not like championship, but could maybe win some races, get some podiums.
Are you
next
saying the future is the future?
year. I'm saying that
I
it's
think
possible.
he's a future podium. I see a
To the soda
podium
in
for
the
sure.
styrofoam.
ZX is catching electric.
Oh,
Let's
secure the
secure the
perks.
perks.
Man, turn
Turks
3
is
is
gone.
killing
Let's
all
see
of y'all.
if
Golly.
that is the inside. Is that a safety car, perhaps? That is on track.
No, I think it's too late for a safety car.
I don't know.
Man,
You can get a safety car with 4 laps left. That is
I was
officially
kind of hoping
under.
for a safety car, but there you
I
go.
was too, a little bit.
That would be kind of fun.
I was hoping for a
considering
safety
the
car when I
stuff
was
really on the
racing,
line.
so, you know.
ZX has closed this, you did say. Electric, can you check his fuel status at the moment?
He's good at the moment on fuel, but it is, and he is right on it, right on the number, so he can't really fight too much here. He is going to have to weigh the fact that ZX does have 6 seconds in penalties, and he does not.
I
he
think he'll be able
does
to get
not.
back past it. ZX has, he's very low on ARS, so
But one thing
Yeah,
that,
Electric
I mean,
has
is
something to do
absolutely
with it.
crazy.
if he wants
you,
to.
you can see the amount of time that Electric has lost here. Fatal, remember when he blew through that chicane and, completely lost whatever battle they were having? Fatal is only 5 seconds behind Electric Blade at the moment.
Yeah.
So
With
I don't
that
know if
pit.
that's just a testament to Fatal, putting in that work, or if that's Electric just
I
losing
do
all the time in the
remember.
world right now.
Do you remember many moons ago in a different league that we were racing Fatal, and he was pretty handy around here. This was a couple years ago. Fatherhood has caught up to Fatal, to be honest.
Yeah, Fatal, my first league racing team,
there you
about
go.
4 or 5 years ago.
A long
It
time
might have been
ago in a
5 years
galaxy
ago.
far, far away.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Before COVID, it was pre-COVID.
Yeah,
Pre-COVID Fatal was pretty fast.
pre-COVID Fatal might be the most underrated F1 league racer of all time.
Maybe. A lot of people are saying that. I'm not going to confirm it, but you'll have to tune in tomorrow on Fox Sports 1 for our debate show contest of speed. Yeah, Electric definitely backing off here. ZX has to make a gap with 3 laps to go. We haven't talked enough about the absolute clinic that Elliott has put on this evening. An absolute clinic from Elliott.
It's been fun to watch. I was kind of hoping that that 1.8 seconds would mean something, but
yeah, doesn't really matter in the long run.
That turned into the Minister of Defence for no reason.
If we're talking championship favorites for next year, Andy especially, DK, you might be able to chime in as well. Where do you put Elliott on those?
Easy contender. I mean, he's won 2 races in a season where he was kind of outmatched and showed up halfway through, and I think you give him a full season, he'll get you some race wins. I think he's got to work on the consistency.
I feel like he's found it.
Easy contender.
And he's up there with the DKs of the world, huh?
Yeah, DK.
He's outperformed me probably every race. Like his first couple races, he struggled, of course, but like every other race since then, he's pretty much been in the top 3 the whole time. So I look for him to be a championship.
I'd put him in the conversation. Elliott, Electric, Vamu. Then I'd say both are current Aston Martins, DK and ZX. Any one of those guys. Yeah. Well, they are all confirmed next season. It depends on DK. Thank you for your service, of course.
Thank you. Man.
I think that's our only questionable entry. But other than that, we even got Shelley didn't quite have the race today, but I mean, when he's on it, he's on it. I think he's another one.
Yeah, I mean, a shorter season, of course, 15 races next year, or next season. It could honestly quell some of that consistency, but here, I want you guys to take a look at P6 right now. Arcock holding up the future, and VTEC. VTEC's gonna get a move done.
Oh my word!
Lap 27. We have finally.
Battle with 2 laps to go.
We have finally found a battle. These guys have been going at it. Well, we've been talking about other things. I've had it on the screen. A little bit of contact. VTEC might have shown up drunk for this race. Who cares? It's the final one of the year.
God bless you, VTEC.
Yeah, God bless VTEC. He's going to have a chance here to... he's going to have another lap to get Arcaka for P6. Doing a really good job this season. As he...
Oh man, we're on the last lap of the season.
Yep, Elliott is on the last lap of the season, 15 seconds ahead of everyone else. I have spent over a day and a half of my life over the past 5 months commentating these races. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to a 4-week break. I think
battle for third.
Yep, Racing Fan is finding a little bit of life in those softs. 10 laps in, I think Electric also trying to monitor those mediums.
And that 6 seconds that ZX is staying. He has picked up another warning. So the race to 6 seconds, he's got about a second here. So these guys battle a lot.
Oh, and Fatal almost got DRS, I think.
Fatal's going to have DRS on the next straightaway.
Yeah, he is.
He's going
to be a little too late for Fatal.
ZX if they decide to send it right here.
Electric's got all the ERS in the world. Look at this. He's gonna fly past Racing Fan here. Fatal, he's got DRS, he just needs these guys to wreck. Or at least battle.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good result for Haas, I think.
Man, he's right on him.
Oof.
Oh, Racing Fan went in deep. Here comes Fatal.
Oh, I don't know if you should throw it away right here.
No.
Oh.
Racing Fan super deep.
Yeah, that's
held on to it though.
Yeah, sorry, Elliott. You've won the race. Congratulations on your 3rd race win of the season. Good job, but boy, this stuff is very tight at the back of the pack.
Fatal might go for it into the last corner. Oh, he thought about it. Racing Fan held on strong.
Oh no!
Oh, ZX on the podium. Yes.
ZX held on to it.
ZX was able to hold on to it because of these guys battling. Oh my lord!
He almost got P2. He was
Oh,
3/10 away from,
goodness
or 4/10 away from
gracious.
P2.
Oh,
He got
wow.
the podium though. He did it. His last race of the season.
Well done to Elliott winning the championship. All three NASCAR guys on the podium tonight, coming off of Jimmy Johnson winning second place at the Race of Champions in Finland.
And Arkaka with a good result, P6
Good day, yep.
to round out the season.
Good
VTech,
job from Arkaka.
Mr. Sneaky, P7, Group
Gru,
E8, the future.
yeah.
Had a lot of penalties, dropped into P9. Other than that, a really good race there.
Yeah, it's a good comeback from Gru, I think, to get
Reserve
P8.
Harris,
Yeah,
stealing
Harris.
a point.
Yeah, this has been he scored some points, I think, in his first race as well. Villeneuve P11, he'll be moving on to AM3 next year, along with Spectre. So looking forward to opening up that tier.
Yeah,
and,
AM3, man. Invite your buddy who's never played F1 before in
Absolutely.
his life. We'll take him.
We'll take whoever for AM3 at this point. We're on Operation Get Villeneuve a championship. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun stuff tonight. Thank you to DK and Pure Blades for joining us during the race.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Wanted to get at least one more before the end of the season. So
Of course.
thank you for inviting me.
Yep. Now I'm gonna interview the actual winners of this race, so y'all two that finish early and it can't quite perform under pressure.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with finishing early?
Nothing, but I thank them for their service anyways, and smile like I enjoyed it. Y'all can enjoy your off season. Looking forward to getting y'all back in the racing seats for next season. Let me see. We're getting our
and thank you for
podium.
your service dealing with this.
Oh
AMG
man,
team.
you're gonna make me blush. We're getting our podium finishers in here. I have no mental capacity to do championship points, so I have no idea who got P3, P2 in the championship. In terms of constructors, pretty sure Electric Blade though has ended up in P2.
Yeah, he had that locked up before the race with Vomit Up being here. Let me run through the
Yeah.
order real quick. Elliott wins for the third time this year. Electric Blade on the podium in P2. ZX with his first podium in P3. Fatal in P4. Racing Fan P5. Arkaka 6th. Good result from him. VTech in 7th. Gru in 8th. Future in 9th. Harris in 10th. Villeneuve and Spectre finished outside the points in 11th and 12th. Not finishing this race, secure the perks, Pure Blades, Elite Game Boy, DK, Motor, Shelley, and Clay. I believe we have all three podium finishers ready for
Alrighty.
interview.
I'll start with the most boring race first, and then I'll work back. Elliott, an absolute Lewis Hamilton, like a masterclass around Abu Dhabi. Most boring 28 laps of your life, probably. But it's your third win of the season, and a great way to kind of segue into a good season, good championship charge maybe for next season in AM2. You can talk us through this race if you want, or your plans for next season. It's your choice.
The race was obviously pretty simple, so I don't know if
Yeah.
we need to talk about that.
We
only
also have your.
interesting thing
Sorry
I
to
did
interrupt. We do have your Sergio Perez teammate here who gained you 2 seconds. That meant absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. But your Checo Perez teammate, Pure Blades, is in here as well. Okay, sorry. Continue. Go.
I was gonna say the only interesting thing that really happened in this race was me deciding to not pit for the softs at the end of the race. It really wasn't that crazy. But
Yeah, you absolutely dominated that one, which is why I'm just going to congratulate you on your win. Looking forward to seeing you whip it around the circuits, all 15 of them, next season.
I'm excited.
Maybe win a championship. Maybe who knows? Definitely race wins for sure. Podiums for sure. Championship though, we'll have to see. Other than that, congratulations on a very boring victory. Gonna move on to P2 though. Mr. I'm gonna stay out the entire race and almost blow a podium. Electric Blade. Talk us through that one.
Spun early, so that didn't really help.
Oh, man, I almost forgot about that. Yeah. I guess you did kind of have a little bit of a comeback there.
Yeah.
Did you hit anything on your spin, or?
No, I just spun, was able to lock it down, keep it off the wall, and just flip it around and keep going, so that was fortunate.
Out of turn 3, I'm suspecting, because I'm pretty sure you and DK spun on the same lap, out of the same corner.
Yeah, I was facing backwards, and I saw him coming at me like, oh, crap.
Yeah, Code Brown moment early in the race for Electric. But he managed to claw his way back. Only one pit stop there. We saw that you had fuel and tire wear issues coming to the end of the race there. Had a little bit of a battle with Racing Fan and with your teammate. We saw him blow a chicane at some point. Any other memorable battles you want to talk about, or just ready to?
Just there at the end, trying to defend from Racing Fan behind and stay within 6 seconds of ZX. That was pretty much the only other real interesting thing of the race, I guess.
Well, you managed to do that by an impressive 4/10. So P2 it is for you in this race and in the championship with Vamu's PlayStation deciding to die. So congratulations on working your way back up P2 to a man who is going into AM1 next season. How does that make you feel going into next season? Obviously, you're going to stay in AM2 with us. Looking for a championship again?
If I can keep it on the road and get consistency, probably that's the hope anyway.
That is everyone's hope, of course. Well, congratulations on your podium. Looking forward to seeing you, race next season. Other than that, I'm gonna go talk to my favorite person on the face of the planet. Bad Fast EX, you got a podium. Finally, there you go.
I worked too hard for that, bro. I worked too hard for that.
You almost blew it with 6 seconds worth of penalties.
Hold on. No, I didn't blow it. I didn't blow it. I got forced off track a couple times, but I monster it around them. And all I gotta say is shout out to the boys. And I gotta do the thing since I'm on podium.
Okay.
Cookies. Got third. Let's go.
There you go. Congratulations. Man, you struggled all season. I mean, we even got to the point where we stopped saying your name in the middle of the stream to prevent any commentators' curses. But you get the fastest lap. Man, I think that's a good way to end this season, don't you think?
I'm ready for next season. Let's go ahead and get some momentum going.
Next season, you gonna looking for wins, championships, podiums?
We're going for wins. We're going to try to go for some wins. I don't know about the championship. But we're going to go for some wins.
Okay, well, we look forward to getting you back in the podium. I want to interview my favorite person on the face of the planet again, of course. Wild race there. Kenton, you can wrap it up like a high school boy on prom night.
Wow.
Wrap up this season.
Well, I gotta say, 24 races, quite the journey through all of this. But I am thrilled that the podium for tonight. Genuinely, I think probably 3 of the biggest championship protagonists going into season 9 with Elliot, Electric, and ZX. But been a lot of fun. commentating all the way through. Glad that we picked up guys like ZX halfway through. We know how fast he can be, but we've spoken just between you and me, Andy, that this is a mouth-watering proposition. I think AM2 has a chance to be quite possibly the most competitive AM2 league, or contest of speed league next season. Sorry, I'm trying to watch the Illinois Purdue game. Right now.
I mean, for sure. We got 10 drivers every week that can go out, win races, and maybe even pushing 15 that can steal a podium on any given race.
Yeah.
So one mistake, one bold move, one strategy call can definitely make or break someone's championship season.
Shorter season as well, 15 races. We're looking to start late March, I believe. So only about a month or so before we get back to preseason testing. Of course, probably 3 tiers on the AM side next year as well. Special thank you to our sponsors, Fanatec, NordVPN, DigitalMotorsports.com, SimLab, and of course Tebow's wonderful tasks that have gotten us through this year. Special thanks to all the admins on the AM and EU side, all of the stewards who help regulate the league. Special thanks to everyone who is tuned in to watch us, and all the drivers that have participated in this championship. Been a lot of fun, but I'm looking forward to the month-long break. Gotta rest my vocal cords like Dickie V for a little bit. I think that'll pretty much do it on behalf of DK and Pure Blades, who have joined us tonight. And our podium, Elliot, our winner in commanding fashion, P2 Electric, and ZX with his first podium of the season. My co-commentator, Andy Wu, who has joined me for 23 races this year. I'm Kid and Petter, signing off for one last time for Season 8. See everyone next year. Wait for it.